A few days ago, the IPC made under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent the formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert.
Sigonia. Sigonia, ravenous eye of the storm, land of rock, but not water, lightning, but not rain, blood, but not You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, when you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And I don't ask for a peaceful death, just for you to tell me. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending...
Mommy! Mommy, the rain. It's rain.
Raining?
It is raining. It's true. Those outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes. Keep your blood eternal. Let your journey and your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to this
time.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad.
Just as you guessed. Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the... To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself, until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just...
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. He must have come... This murderer is a psycho. And I have to say, the case does represent... it's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on.
Incredible gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend. Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. But she died. Right before my...
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally, it seems to have resulted in your rather... There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted...
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon...
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable... That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit...
Fine. Oh, that's great. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. Without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way.
We're here. The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the
Fortress? Oh, I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Honkaistarrail.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetimes.
Hey, Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the
Hey, you two! That's a place of business. No entry.
I was requested by Mr. Sunday to bring him...
Oh, I remember you.
Excuse me?
The one on your head. Of course, it's nothing compared to my full pocket.
Right, and as I mentioned, that fantasy raiment of yours...
That's because you can't see it. Like I say, only family can see the glory of...
It seems...
A dead end?
The door is shut tight. Looks like...
I mean, there isn't a door. How did you...
For security reasons, the family built the administrative site deep in the dreamscape, with the mechanisms hidden in these nightingale. On the previous occasion, an attendant named Kona had gone to the side room to verify...
Maybe we should do the same. Let's go and take a look.
6 nightingales facing in different directions. An obvious hint.
But are these nightingales?
They are.
How can nightingales be so huge? They look more like torment eagles to me.
There are no eagles in the 5 families, only nightingales. Why?
Just as I thought.
A truly miraculous discovery. Perhaps I should...
Really? What?
I was being sarcastic. Can't you...
Impressive. So much for Mr. Sunday's
Do you need me to remind you? We're in a dreamscape. No matter how grand the mansion looks,
Yeah, you're right. The only way to destroy the family is death. Sunday.
hold on.
Huh? What's wrong?
No, but this door is locked.
My friend? Did you really make an appointment with him?
It's a trial. You got to prove your worth to Sunday before you can speak with him. If I'm not wrong, we need to find a way to open this door in the hall, or this place will be our prison.
Oh, an escape room.
Get serious. I've no time for games. Let's head back. The hint is probably in that prominence.
Oh, look. There's a note.
There wasn't a gap before. That,
Well, with your brilliant mind, you shouldn't have any trouble recalling what was here last time.
of course.
And the nameplate reads,
If I were you, I would shut my mouth. It's wise to...
Oh, this reminds me of one of those building toys. Oh, look. The gap is closed. Oh, good heavens.
Indeed.
Oh, Doctor, you're... Oh, actually, I think we could make this work for us. Just find a way to slip me into Sunday's collar, and I'll infiltrate... Oh, fine.
Hello! Welcome to the Golden Hour base model. I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you through.
And tell me about the tour.
Hello! Welcome to the I am an Oak Soldier. I will be here to guide you. Model. Happy Found the nearest check-in place. Look behind me. A capsule model.
What? Oh, capsule machine. There's no mechanism on the floor. Oh, great. Doc! I'll need your brain power again.
There's no need to yell. I can hear you. The pin... Finally, a moment of peace.
Oh, you're back. Just play.
It's a pity you made it out of the sandpit alive. Sunday is just beyond this door. From my limited understanding, he's not someone
Yeah. Only I believe he's the one.
Tell me about your plan.
I don't have a plan. I'll just play it by ear. There are only two kinds of bargaining chips when dealing with people.
Looks like sincerity isn't in your dictionary.
Am I not sincere enough? There's no need to emphasize it. We've got to make good use of death. That man's sister is, and I'll help him find the murderer. He can't do it due to his status and position, but I can. And that...
On what basis do you believe he's incapable?
Simple. That was just an excuse, good doctor. There's something wrong with that woman. Moreover, I need to know her identity. But honestly, the murder, we'll see. Using Robin's death as a bargaining chip, if the chance of winning is just beyond this door, even...
Ah, the charming audacity. To think that you, of all people, might emerge victorious, dear gambler.
3 chips are enough. All or nothing.
It seems my puzzles are too effortless for you, IPC Ambassador.
I appreciate your words. And I see you put a lot of effort into welcoming me, Mr. Sunday.
Well, this isn't an invitation, but a summoning. Before we speak, I need to test your character. I imagine this knowledgeable doctor friend of yours has been of great help.
Certainly. You ought to know this better than I do. He's already faithfully fulfilled...
Yes, the doctor has assured me of your noble character. He considers you, like himself, a virtuous person who can be trusted. I have come to know you very well as a person, Mr. Aventurine. You're diligent, generous, and willing to cooperate. But there's one thing I must ask you. That is, you've used your wisdom at the wrong place to meet the wrong person and put yourself in a situation where...
You don't look too well. Am I making you anxious? If not, then it means I'm on your side.
If I wasn't mistaken, you'd just made a serious accusation again.
No, you weren't mistaken. For depravity is creeping in around you. There's no need for us to be evasive. Let's talk about your sister. Your sister's talent is unrivaled in the world of show business. As you know, her voice has been out of tune since she returned to Penacony. Who could be responsible for this? Many suspect the culprit is among the outsiders, but I know you hold a... Now your noble status has become a shackle, preventing you from apprehending the murderer and avenging your sister's death. You're feeling anxious because you're out on a limb. But don't worry. I'm on your side.
I'm immensely honored by your concern for me, Mr. Aventurine. Since you're so selfless and generous, I believe you wouldn't ask for anything in return.
Well, naturally, you wouldn't incur any loss from this. I just want to reclaim what is mine. My liberty and the personal items under the family's custody.
The box in which the cornerstone...
That's right.
Cornerstone. I've heard it's a treasured asset of the Strategic Investment Department. A sacred stone that seals the preservation emanator. Granting significance for an object so precious, it probably comes at an even higher price than other forms of recompense.
Well, I'm sure you're aware of the high level of risk I'll be undertaking to bring the truth to light.
Mr. Aventurine, when you are out and about, do you always make adjustments to your appearance? Your tie should be on the center line. Your shirt must not protrude from your vest. Your trouser creases should be perfectly straight and always aligned with the tips of your shoes.
Of course.
But I don't, because it's not appropriate to do so in public. You should make... I'm not the kind that takes risks. The cornerstone must be in the custody of the family.
No room for negotiation.
Please, don't let me turn you down twice.
Sure. The gift money is good enough. I suppose you wouldn't mind that. After all, a merchant can't function without a bargaining chip.
You compromised quicker than I thought. Unfortunately, it's a gambler that needs a bargaining chip, not a merchant. I can give you your gift money, but the fact that you can decisively forsake the box you asked for, What exactly is stored in it? Oh, triple-faced soul, please sear his tongue and palms with a hot iron, so that he will not be able to fabricate lies and make false vows.
What have you done?
Under the light of the harmony, all wickedness is revealed. I implore them to shed their light, and I'll ask you questions on their behalf. Next, you have 113 seconds to prove your innocence and gain my trust.
And if I refuse to answer?
You can try, and we'll see if the harmony rejects you. Question. Do you own a cornerstone?
Yes.
What a simple answer. You, too, understand that idle chatter leads only to poverty. Did you hand over the cornerstone to the family when you entered?
Yes.
Does the cornerstone you handed over to the family belong to you?
Yes.
Is your cornerstone in this room right now?
Yes.
Is your memory free from any kind of tampering or deletion, encompassing but not restricted to the techniques of the Garden of Recollection?
Yes.
Are you an Avgin from Sigonia?
Yes. You even know about that?
Do the Avgins have any ability to read, tamper with, or manipulate one's own or another's mind?
No. Does it matter?
Do you love your family more than yourself?
Yes.
All the Avgins were killed in a massacre. Am I right?
No.
Are you your clan's sole survivor? Do you hate and wish to destroy this world with your own hands?
I don't know.
Interesting. Now, the final question. Can you swear that at this very moment, the Aventurine stone is safe and sound in this box?
Of course.
Looks like we can get an answer. Open it, Mr. Aventurine. It's your last chance to defend your honor. Please. Are these what you're looking for? Since you came as promised, learned doctor, does this mean that you are willing to take the side of the family in this farce?
What makes you think you can convince me?
I've heard you haven't enjoyed Mr. Aventurine's company. I also understand that you're an avid learner who sees the pursuit of knowledge above.
In that case, you ought to realize that a competent scholar knows their position and wouldn't forsake more vital matters for the sake of...
If you agree to assist the family, I'll share our research findings on the Stellaron. You must be quite aware that, besides the family, no other faction is willing to share such information.
Cut to the chase. What do you need from me?
I need Mr. Aventurine's comprehensive plan.
Haven't you confiscated his cornerstone? You can't expect a featherless bird to take flight.
But I've also heard the 10 elites in the Strategic Investment Department have united, progressing together in the interests of the IPC.
You'll have to speak more clearly than that.
The cornerstone, which Mr. Aventurine surrendered. Was it really his?
You question whether he would entrust you with someone else's cornerstone. The 10 Stonehearts aren't as united as you think.
But you know that he's a crazed gambler. The more vocal he is about it, the more cautious I must be.
I never imagined someone would share his way of thinking. Honestly, you should see a shrink. Bring it. The box containing the cornerstone is unique, and only IPC senior staff and related members can access it. But
I appreciate...
Unfortunately, your guess is...
The golden stone. Its color and...
This is the very ruse he intends to use to fool you. He won't reveal to you that the 10 Stonehearts chisel their own will into the cornerstones, granting them an unparalleled radiance.
And this golden stone is also known as a topaz, not a venturine. And it belongs to Topaz.
So, do you wish to confront him?
Not at the moment. I'm more interested to know the location of his cornerstone.
The safest place somewhere you'd never think of. Because he never intended to hide it. In fact, that cornerstone has been in your hands.
I see. This bag. Mixing a cornerstone, more precious than life itself, with a bunch of worthless jewels, disguised as a gift of money waiting to be confiscated, is indeed in line with Mr. Aventurine's style.
Then he makes up some trivial excuse, downplaying the matter, and requests the gift money. This is a gamble, one he's all too familiar with.
Learned doctor, I am grateful for your help. The family will surely reward a righteous person like you. As for the villain, I hope he retreats in humiliation. It was all thanks to your friend with a keen eye that I could add a blot of utter failure to your storied career.
Ratio, you wretch.
Finally shown your true colors, huh? Oh, and just to remind you, you currently only have 17 system hours left to live.
You might as well explain yourself a little more clearly.
What I performed on you just now was the Harmony's consecration. You were to show allegiance beneath the illumination of their grace. Yet you acted willfully, uttering nothing but falsehoods, transforming the consecration into a trial.
Is this what the Harmony represents? Is it built upon constraint and coercion?
You misunderstand, Mr. Aventurine. Punishment is meant for the irreverent, but I have seen your resilient spirit, and thus I offer you the possibility of a new beginning. Throughout these 17 system hours, you will be unable to escape the dreamscape, or contact any of your companions. You only have 2 paths before you, and it all depends on whether you can complete my test within the time limit. Should you succeed, you will be able to coalesce into the harmony and be with your family. If you fail, you will suffer the wrath of the eternal Centurion and fall into an abyss of doom.
Sounds like I'm gonna end up the same either way.
I indeed do need a servant to help me uncover the evil hidden in the family from an external perspective. I will purge the evil from the inside and bring the real culprits to justice within 17 system hours. When the time comes, compare your findings with mine. If both our findings align, or if you can provide me more insights, then they will truly be able to grant you mercy and honesty.
Shameless hypocrites. You took everything from me and still demand the truth? That isn't fair. Your carnival reeks with the stench of cash. Nothing is achievable without it.
This is meant to be an act of personal virtue, not requiring the family's support. Your bag is over there. Do as you please. I believe you can trade this bag of worthless jewels for everything you need. That's what gamblers excel at, isn't it? Off you go, Mr. Aventurine. You are free. I will wait here for your good news.
This meeting isn't an interrogation or a negotiation. It's an outright execution.
Why would I do that, Mr. Aventurine? I'm just wondering what a passerby who stumbled upon a scene of a murder could have found out. That's all. By the way, before you go, I have a personal question.
What is it now?
Do you truly wish to bring about the destruction of this world?
Kakavasha! Where did you go?
I got it back, sister.
You went to look for them? That's too dangerous. It's just a necklace. It's neither food nor water. We can survive without it. But I can't live without you, little brother. Promise me not to look for those catechins again, okay?
Sister, don't be afraid. The catechins are fools, but I'm smart. I played a game with them, and I won.
One? What happened exactly? Tell me.
I made a bet with them. The 2 birds in the desert and me. Who will die first? I won. They suspected me of cheating, but I didn't. I won fair and square.
Of course you'd win. You've always been a lucky child. Gayatri Triclops must be watching over you. But that's no reason to push your luck by going up against those bloodthirsty, cruel catechins. Have you forgotten how much... Look, this is just a necklace. But Kakavasha, you...
I'm sorry, sister. I thought you'd be happy. Because Mom left you this necklace. There'll be no next time.
It is important, but not as important as you, my dearest brother. I don't blame you, but you must remember what Mom said. poverty are the trials of Gayathra Triclops. She has also granted us a chance. And that's your good luck, Kakavasha. Your good luck is the most precious wealth You're a child blessed by Gayathra Triclops and can lead the clan to happiness. So always remember to protect yourself and never resent the pain and poverty you're going through. Listen to me and swear to Gayathra Triclops.
Okay, I will swear to Gayathra Triclops to protect this wealth. But sister, if Gayathra Triclops was really watching over us, then why did she not protect Dad when he was swept away by the quicksand? After all, Dad went to the Catechins' land only to prepare for Gayathra Triclops' offerings. And where was Gayathra Triclops when Mom was shivering in our arms? Mom was still pleading for Gayathra Triclops' forgiveness under her sister. Everyone praises me for being smart, but I don't get it. If every rain pour was Gayathra Triclops, then how bad were our sins? So much so that we were...